In modern day football, stats are everything. So much so that the players are solely judged based on the numbers they put up for their teams. So the 87 goals that Dennis Bergkamp scored for Arsenal over 11 seasons, well, those numbers would hardly make him a top player in the modern era. See, this is where stats are misused, because Dennis Bergkamp's numbers hardly show the level of player or the caliber of player that he was. Bergkamp was scouted by Ajax when he was only 12 years old, and 5 years later, he made his debut for the senior team. In his first season, Bergkamp registered only 2 goals, but this was not important for him. A year under Johan Cruyff was the most important thing for his development. He was learning from the greatest visionary the football has ever seen. In 1990, Dennis Bergkamp won his first league title, the Eredivisie, and the following season, he hit 25 league goals for the first time in his entire career. 2 more seasons with Ajax saw him score 50 league goals, which meant that it was time for Dennis Bergkamp to take the next step in his career. Johan Cruyff wanted him to come in and join him at Barcelona. He wanted Dennis Bergkamp to be a part of his all-star Barca team, but Dennis Bergkamp's heart was set at Italy. Inter Milan snapped him up for £7.1 million. Whenever you sign a player from Eredivisie, you're taking a massive gamble, because exports from Netherlands have been hit and miss all over Europe, and Dennis Bergkamp was very much a miss for Inter Milan. During that time, Bergkamp was seen as an out-and-out striker, a proper goal scorer, so when he scored just 11 goals in 2 Serie A seasons, well, he was hardly lighting Italy on fire. Bergkamp's best moment for Inter Milan came in Europe when he scored 8 goals in 11 UEFA Cup games as Inter Milan won the 93-94 UEFA Cup title, which later turned out to be Bergkamp's only European title. In 1995, Dennis Bergkamp was made surplus to requirements at Inter Milan. They had given up on him, so Arsenal passed. They paid €7.5 million to bring Bergkamp over to Highbury. Like at Inter Milan, Bergkamp had a very slow start at Arsenal. He was constantly getting criticized by the English press, but Bergkamp kept his calm and kept his composure, and he just did his thing. And when Bergkamp scored his first goal for Arsenal, he went on a run and finished the season with 11 Premier League goals in 33 games. This for a guy who had a 7-match goalless run and was playing for a side that finished 5th, well, this wasn't too bad of a first season for him. Then came in Arsene Wenger. Wenger did not see Bergkamp as just a goal scorer, while I probably feel that Wenger believed that Bergkamp was being wasted playing up top. In Wenger's first season, Bergkamp was told to drop in a little bit, and he scored 12 goals, and most importantly, he registered 13 assists. In Wenger's first season, Bergkamp contributed to 25 goals in 29 games, which was his highest goal return since his time at Ajax. In 97, Bergkamp was now settled in England, and he was playing the way that he wants to play. He was running the Premier League. In 97-98 season, Bergkamp scored 16 goals as Arsenal won the double, and as a result, Bergkamp was rewarded with the PFA Player of the Year award. Then in 1998, Thierry Henry arrived. This was the formation of one of the greatest strike partnerships Premier League has ever seen. Even though the arrival of Thierry Henry resulted in Dennis Bergkamp's goal return going down, the combination of Bergkamp's elegance and Thierry Henry's pace and power made it really difficult for the opposition defense to deal with them. So much so that even when Dennis Bergkamp was 36 years old in 2006, he was still assisting 13 Premier League goals. Anyways, from 98 onwards, Dennis Bergkamp spent 8 more seasons at Arsenal. He won 2 more Premier League titles, 3 more FA Cups, played in yet another UEFA Cup final, and also played in the UEFA Champions League final. Sadly for him, he lost both of them. Now let's talk about what makes Dennis Bergkamp special. Ironically, Dennis Bergkamp grew up idolizing a Tottenham legend in Glenn Hoddle, and like Glenn Hoddle, Dennis Bergkamp mastered the arts of touch, vision, control, and being a two-footed player. Now I'll present 3 of Dennis Bergkamp's finest moments. In 1998 against Leicester City, a ball came over the top and fell to Dennis Bergkamp's feet. With his first touch, Bergkamp controlled the ball. With his second touch, he lofted it over the defender, and his third touch saw a ball ending up in the top corner. This also happened to be the goal which resulted in Dennis Bergkamp's first ever hat-trick for Arsenal. Then move over to the 98 World Cup when Dennis Bergkamp made a commentator orgasm live on TV. Once again a long ball came over the top. Dennis Bergkamp controlled the ball, nutmegged the defender, then hit a trivela past the goalkeeper. Combined, he needed only 3 touches for this entire move. And lastly, his iconic goal against Newcastle United. Ball came to Dennis Bergkamp. He went one way, the ball went the other. The Newcastle defender fell on the floor, and then Newcastle's goalkeeper was picking the ball out of the back of the net. Dennis Bergkamp scored one of the most iconic goals in Premier League history there. One thing is for sure, Arsenal will have many of great goal scorers, but they will only ever have one, Dennis Bergkamp, and rightfully so, he has been rewarded by Arsenal with a statue outside the Emirates Stadium. So yeah, this was the video on just how good was Dennis Bergkamp. Like and subscribe, have a good day, and I will see you soon.